Hey there, you guys. Welcome back. Today we are going to be bringing in these Plumeria. The nighttime temperatures are below 10 degrees Celsius or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, so they really suffer when it gets a little bit cooler, and it's best to bring them inside. So again, I'm in a cool climate, or cold climate. We get a good winter here. I'm in zone 6B, so this won't apply to you if you're in a warmer zone, possibly. You might not need to bring your plumerias in, but I do. So I store mine dormant, and I'll bring you along and show you what I do. It is possible to grow these through the winter with their leaves on in a bright sunny window, but I don't have the space for all of these. I think I've probably got almost 30 plumerias, and they're getting bigger. I can't do that, so I store them all dormant. I have grown them through, and they do okay. But without the right light, they start to stretch a little bit, and I really don't need that. Anyway, let's get to it. First off, let's pull one of these out. So I have all of my plumerias growing in pots. I don't like to plant them directly in the soil. You can, but I find that you really disturb a lot of the roots when you don't have them in pots. This way, I protect some of the roots. They do grow out the bottom. As you can see, we've got some roots here. But that's alright. I'm just going to end up cutting those off. So I'll take this one, I'll show you what we need to do with it, or what I do with it, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so here we go. We got the trusty pruners, and I'm just going to chop off any of the roots that are hanging out the bottom of the pot. There's no need to keep those. You can leave them on if you'd like. I just trim them off. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to remove all the leaves. You don't have to remove all the leaves, but I like to. And when you remove the leaves, you want to remove the leaf just before you want to leave the petiole, the little stem that's right there. The reason why you want to leave that little stem is because the plant will bleed. It's got that white sap that gets everywhere. So by leaving the petiole, it doesn't bleed as much. You'll probably make the mistake by cutting them all off, and it'll just run for a while, and it makes a big mess. But this is a way to stop that mess from happening, or you can contain it. Alright, so now they're all cleaned off. We got everything off. I'm going to leave the leaves at the... I'll cut off a little bit. There we go. So now this plant, I'm going to let it sit in the garage for a little while, and these are eventually going to fall off. I want to just let the sap dry before I bring it in the house. So when you bring it in the house, you want to store it in an area that's cooler, not cold. You want it to be above 50 degrees Fahrenheit or above 10 degrees Celsius, because the plants, like I said, they struggle when it goes below that. So you want to keep it above that, but try to keep it below 20 degrees Celsius. Where I'm going to be putting these is in a darker corner of the grow room, so it's going to be really, really warm. So you can have it in a warm spot. It doesn't have to be a cold spot. It's just best if it's a cooler spot. It'll help them stay dormant. But anywhere you have a space, it doesn't have to have light. It doesn't have to be completely dark. But if you have a nice closet, the darkness really does help. And you want to keep them dry. But you want to check on them probably once a month. You want to check the stems to see if the stems are plump. If the stem or the trunk is starting to shrivel a little bit, you can give them a little bit of water. Don't give them too much, just enough to plump them back up a little bit. But you'll probably notice that you don't need to give them any water through most of the winter. And you'll probably notice around February that they're probably starting to get a little bit shrivelly, and that's okay. And I start to bring mine out of dormancy, I don't know, I'm going to say probably April, when the season starts to get, the days start to get a little bit longer and it starts to get a little bit warmer outside. And I try to bring them into a bright spot so that they can start to grow. And when the daytime temperatures are above 10 degrees, I like to put them outside to get acclimated. And then by the time it's time to plant them outside, they're usually in great shape and ready to go. So yeah, this is how I get my plumerias ready for winter. And in a later video, I'll show you where they all are stacked up. in the grow space, all dormant. But it's going to take a few weeks for me to get there. I just wanted to give you my tips on what I'm doing to prepare them. Hopefully you found this video helpful, and let me know in the comment section below if you have any other questions. I might not have covered something. And yeah, until next time, you guys, happy growing!